Oh, hi! Welcome, hello and welcome. My name's Kathy A. And today I thought I would do the dollar store tag. And you know, the dollar store is just full of amazing products and I love the dollar store. I've got to show you a few things that I picked up before we get into the makeup thing, because I have done a like $12 makeup challenge, and of course each item, makeup, the eyeshadows, everything else, just $1 each. I'm also eating some Twizzlers. But I gotta show you this because this is so cool. These are called Pump It Ups, and for $1, this is what they look like when they're inflated. You stick them in, and the girls, you get a rack for $1. That's pretty good. But it comes like this. It's got this. It's flat, and then you push on this, and it's like a little mini pump. It pumps it full of air, so you can decide how much of a rack you want to have. So you just pump this puppy up till it's, I of course put it on full, you know, because I need some help here. Okay, so you insert these in your undies and you're set to go for the weekend. So this was $1 at the dollar store. Now also at the dollar store, they're really good with dental stuff. You get these wisps. There's a little like pick on the end so you can get the pickles and stuff from your Whopper or your Big Mac out of your teeth. And then you've got these little toothpaste filled toothbrushes, so you know, if you got one of those overnight dates, you're kind of set to go. There's also these interdental floss-ups, which for $1 you get a big bag of them. You know, it's kind of like dental floss that you don't have to wrap around your finger. So these are kind of handy too. What else do I have here? Oh, this is the Dazzling White pen. And I guess you just paint this stuff onto your teeth and rinse it off after, I think, what is it, 5 minutes or something? 30 minutes. And then you have whiter teeth over time for $1. It's amazing. Okay. Here's my Twizzlers. And actually, even my glasses today are from the dollar store, the 1.75s. So, I took a nice bubble bath in this rose-scented Lander rose-scented bath soap, and it was actually quite luxurious. I had my vanilla candle going. This was $1. There is an essence of vanilla there. It's kind of nice. And I have decorated in the back to kind of give you the mood. I want to set the mood for this, you know. So we have assorted beers, a half full or half empty, depending on your perspective, bottle of Behringer White Zinfandel. And I have the laundry hanging over the top of my backdrop. I left curlers in my hair, and these curlers are from the dollar store. You get a set of like 6 of them for $1, which is pretty good. And I'm wearing my pajama bottoms. So, I mean, we are like full into this. So let's have at it, and we'll see what happens here. But each item that I'm using only costs $1, and you know what? I'm actually going to go and repurchase this nail polish. I really like it. God, unbelievable. Okay, so let me take you back in my journey, and you can see how I got to this beautiful face from where I was before.
Alrighty, here I am, waving again uncomfortably a little bit longer than is needed. Let's speed up the camera. This is the Enregen foundation. This is a drugstore brand. I'm trying to use the foundation brush that they sold in the store. These are the Color Stay brushes. And I actually wound up using my fingers because I couldn't be that patient to use a tiny little brush. Looking for something to wipe my hands off with. It almost looks like I'm putting on mime makeup. Now I'm going to use my Real Techniques brush to kind of blend it in. That's a stippling brush. It is very wet formula and thin. I would say it's a medium light coverage. And the shade is White Girl. There was no shades. It was just, there were like 3 there. There was kind of a lighter shade, a kind of a medium olive shade, and then a dark brownish shade. So I guess I have the White Girl shade on. And I'm just kind of working it into where it's sunk into my wrinkles and dings and dents. As it's starting to dry, I notice it's getting that kind of lacy, patchy look. Now this is the LA Colors blush. It's called Pink Blush, and I'm using the color, whatever it is, brushes that they have. And I'm kind of forcefully trying to get some onto my cheek. The color payout's pretty light. Once I get it there, it's okay, but it's taking several passes to get it to do anything. I'm putting a little on the 10 and 2 o'clock areas of my eyebrow lids area. Now I'm going to try and contour with an eyeshadow because I couldn't find a bronzer. And I'm using the brush that they sell in the dollar store. It's a contour brush. They're okay. They don't hold the product very well. Of course, I guess you can blend anything out if you try hard enough. Now I'm trying this powder out to see if it's a powder or a highlighter, and it's more of a powder, so I'm going to try and powder my face with it to set the makeup. And on this other side, I'm seeing if I can use it as a highlighter. So I'm putting a little above my lips, up in the third eye, in where the readers go. Yeah, not that impressed. Now this is a loose powder from LA Colors. It's an eyeshadow powder. It's called Snow White, and it's got this funky little brush in there. It's actually a little push brush, and it's so hard and stiff. It's stiffer than a eyebrow brush. Pretending to be in the 80s there. Some of you will get that. This one had a little bit more payout, but I'm not going to ever use that brush for anything except possibly my brows a little bit later on. Moving onward, these are Aziza eyeshadow palettes. They're quite popular in the dollar stores, and then there's another eyeshadow palette as well, but this is the Aziza one. They named them after cities, and this is Dallas. The other one is called Phoenix, but this is Dallas. And I got this one because it was matte neutrals, but I'm having trouble finding the right color. So now I'm into the Phoenix, and I'm going into the light, and then there's a khaki color here I'm working on my crease with. It's not too bad. But I'll have to say these work better than the Revlon eyeshadow palette that I used recently in a video about Revlon cosmetics. These shadows go on easier than the Revlon ones. And these are $1 for each palette. There's probably about maybe 9 or 10 different palettes, so I was kind of impressed with the color options. But I always look for matte shades that are neutral, so I can have something for the crease, and I can go wild with everything else. Now I'm using the green in this palette. I kind of like the green there on my lid, so I'm putting that all over my inner lid. It's taken several passes to get any color payout at all from this eyeshadow. I'm going to try another one. I'm just kind of go back and forth with the dark colors, trying to do the outer corner of my lid and maybe a little bit in the crease. But it is difficult to get any kind of like color from this. So I'm not sure I could recommend anything so far. I'm using this kind of reddish orange color as, you know, in the 10 and 2 as a transitional phase. This is the Ultimate Expressions eyeshadow palette. It didn't have a name. It was just called that, so I guess you're just supposed to know. And I'm using the darkest navy blue as an eyeliner on the outer third of my lower lash line and in the upper third of my lower lash line. Now I'm going to try doing my eyebrows with an eye pencil called Coffee. This is a brown on one side and black on the other side, and it was a little bit too much, so I'm going to go over it with some eyeshadow and try to tame it down a little bit. And I'm using my own brow brush for this to try to kind of get the powder shadow over the top of that harsh line. I'm just kind of smearing it all together. Not real happy with that. Now I'm going to try back at this Snow White loose powder to see if that'll help. But all that did actually was scatter glitter all over my face. I noticed later on I had glitter all over my face. It was micro glitter, but it was glitter. Alright, this contraption is called the Swiss Eyelash Curler, and it's similar to one that I have from Revlon and Ulta, the Travel Eyelash Curler. It actually snaps into place when you get it on your eyelashes. And this is the LA Colors Mascara in black. I was amazingly happy with this mascara. It applied and did a really nice natural lash very quickly. You could see it. It made a nice, a really nice pretty lash. I was just, for $1, I thought it was well worth it. You can see the difference in the two eyes. I know I'm not that close to the camera, but I'm a little shy. Right. Okay, now I'm going to try, yeah, see, I'm impressed. I'm going to try, this is an eyeliner. It's in a brown-black color. They actually had 3 different shades of eyeliner. They had black, they had brown, and then they had brown-black. The lining brush for this is extremely thin, so you can do a tiny little line. I kind of like that because I don't like a big old honkin' line. And with the tiny little line, if you kind of messed up on how straight it was, it didn't show up as much as a larger brush pen would show up. I'm just doing the outer third on the lower lash line as well. Moving on to, oh, I'm not happy with how my makeup's setting. So, and I see all the glitter, so I just brushed it away, and I've done the old mom trick where I lick my finger and try to get it off. So I'm putting a little bit more of that makeup on, and I really want to set it. It really is a light to medium light coverage. Now I'm going to use baby powder because I couldn't find regular powder. And this is kind of the poor man's HD powder. This is baby powder. Put a little in my hand, put some on the brush, and I'm really just going over lightly in the center of my face. And it actually wasn't too bad, and it smelled nice. Going into the lips, this is the Naturistics Lip Pencil. And Natural Glow is the color. And I'm going around the outside of my lips, and then I'm going kind of on the inside part of my lip, on the outside third. It's almost going to be an ombre effect, and then I'm just doing a light line in the center of the rest of my mouth. Ready for the lipstick. This is LA Colors Duo Lipstick and Lip Gloss in Natural. The lip gloss is clear. I do like the lipstick color, but when I started to put it on, it is so dry. It's like trying to, I don't know, draw a crayon onto your lips. Alright, here is Donna Michelle's lip gloss. It's scented in Ice Plum. And I'm going to put that on with a lip brush. And it actually really suddenly made the lipstick soft and supple, and I really kind of like this. I'm going to hang on to this one. So there we go. But we're not completely ready. How about some nail polish? And I love this. It's Donna Michelle's nail polish. There's no colors on it. I guess you're just supposed to look at the color and know what it is. And I'm looking for my Twizzlers because we're casual today. We're doing the dollar store tag. So we're... Oh, I know what I need to do. Show you my scent. This is my scent. Dela Cruz's Glycerin and Rosewater. And it's in Spanish, so we're just planning on a fun evening. There we go. Yep, shaking it out. And it's got a beautiful scent. It's good for your skin, great for your elbows and knees. And of course, there's my bud. There's that candle, vanilla candle. I also purchased at the dollar store. And I think that's it.
Oh, so there you have it. That's me, all finished, and I hope you enjoyed this. The dollar store that I used was called Dollar Tree, and they have them all over in the U.S. and especially in the Northeast. The dollar store's got lots of stuff. I mean, you can get like this thing I used to tote my makeup from my makeup room to my filming room, which is the dining room, and this was $1. I mean, there's just some really cool things. You should have a look. I have a really big wine glass too that I use with that white Zinfandel, and that was only $1. And you know, if you break those, you just go and get another one. You know, it's like my pattern is at the dollar store. But I mean, there's all kinds of things, you know, and you know, I'm really tickled with my findings. And some of the makeup isn't too bad. I'll have to say though, this was kind of a fail, and the brushes weren't really that great. But you know, you work with what you have, and you know what? You can still make a face even with limited stuff. And some of it is lower quality. You also get a sharpener with that pencil, by the way. That double-ended pencil, and that was black and brown. I didn't really show that too well, but yeah, it was pretty good. It was a lot of fun. So if you're watching, you are tagged to do the drugstore makeup tag. And you know, what I tried to do was just use Aziza and LA Colors, and you know, things that are not enriching. These are not like Wet n Wild and ELF and Maybelline, like, you know, discontinued ones or repackaged ones. Milani's in there sometimes too. I used just the brands that you can find in a dollar store, and I thought that if I could do that, you know, that it would be more authentic. But this lipstick and lip gloss thing was kind of an interesting combination, but the lipstick was pretty dry. This eyeliner was surprisingly good, and the mascara was the biggest surprise of all. It was actually quite nice. I have to see how it goes through the rest of the day though, and I'll report on it on another time. So anyway, everybody, have a wonderful week. Have a beautiful day. Take care. Toodles. I should probably try to burp now, right? Ugh.